Madden Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Mike 24, here we go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's real. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Come on, D.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Exit, exit. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Here we go. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Hustle, hustle. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hey, check. Zip it. Watch 55. Check it. In your face.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 55. Go. You Mike 55. Mike 55. You just warm up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Push the back.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Dallas.
Kill. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That one complete to Elliott. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing, Prescott, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Right. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here we go. Hey, switch.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
From the 29, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there to get. Gives him a new set of downs.
Pickup on the play. First down, Cowboys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Beckham. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Haskins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
I got you.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
There's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike spot 4, Mike.
Now Haskins on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards. Complete to Terry McLaurin. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. On base, 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 17-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Under 10, 10. He's coming. Double up. Go. Yeah. Hey, watch.
Now Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Kill.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So now after the penalty, they'll try again here on 3rd and goal.
I'm coming after you. To you. Mike 54. I'm coming. Check 31.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, fellas.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go. Back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They start on the ground with Elliott, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Beckham the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 11. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Boom, boom. 55. You ain't got hurry up. Hurry up.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
I'm going back to you. Jim.
Now Haskins to throw it. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Pick it up. Pick it up. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. You don't want none, baby.
On third down, it's Prescott. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. And the Colts, they've now taken the lead late in that one. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now it's Haskins. He'll get this one to Galladay. It's a gain of 22 as we tip towards 2:22 on the clock.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Looking to throw, Haskins. His pass caught at the 4. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Check 13. We're going to 53. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Running with Elliott. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Redskins, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.